Now at 6, 2 crashes claimed the lives of 5 people, including 3 teenagers. We'll have details. Plus, the Lowell Milken Center for Unsung Heroes celebrates the grand opening of their new park. And we look at Friday night's performance of the week following a big win by the Quapaw Wildcats.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
5 people are dead, including 3 teenagers in 2 separate crashes. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. One crash happened just after midnight this morning on Highway 54, 5 miles west of Nevada. Authorities say a pickup driven by 19-year-old Tyler Green of Nevada failed to stop for a stop sign turning onto the highway and was hit by a semi. Green was taken to the hospital where he later died. 2 of his passengers, 24-year-old Allison Bittaker of Nevada and 17-year-old Brenau, Missouri teen were also killed. Another 19-year-old passenger from Nevada was seriously injured. The other driver was not hurt. And the Carl Junction School District has announced in a Facebook post that a high school student was one of 2 people killed in a Saturday crash on Highway 43 south of Liberal, Missouri. 17-year-old Kyron Addington was in a car involved in a head-on collision. Investigators say the driver of the other car, driven by 30-year-old Shelby Stinnett, was also killed when that Stinnett car crossed the center line. 2 other teenagers were taken to the hospital with serious injuries. This morning, a school bus overturned on a rural Missouri road in Clay County. It was carrying 30 students to an elementary school at the time. 2 of those students and the driver were taken to a hospital. Their injuries are believed to be minor. Authorities are investigating just what caused that crash. No other vehicles appear to have been involved. Let's check in with Sam Lane now for a first look at the weather.
Thank you very much, Dow. It was a beautiful morning across the area, quite chilly in some places, and this afternoon it warmed up pretty nicely. We have clear skies right now, nothing on radar really to speak of. And over the last 36 hours, you can see temperatures starting out at a pretty good clip yesterday and then fell rapidly behind that cold front down into the lower 50s and even some 40s in our area. And with all the dry air, we warmed up rapidly into the mid 80s. Now stay tuned because there is a chance of rain in our forecast. We'll have more details on that coming straight up.
See you then. The Lowell Milken Center for Unsung Heroes in Fort Scott celebrates their 15th anniversary and the grand opening of the Lowell Milken Park. KOAM's Carrie Worthen has more.
1, 2, 3.
Our goal at the Lowell Milken Center for Unsung Heroes is to take the wonderful work we're doing here and to take it to the world.
Lowell Milken Center for Unsung Heroes is celebrating its 15th anniversary. It recognizes about 40 people and includes the new Lowell Milken Park. Skipper Higgins is the grandson of Andrew Jackson Higgins. He built thousands of boats used during World War II.
I'm happy to be here, really happy to be here and see all the other unsung heroes. It's just an amazing place, absolutely amazing. And then the core purpose of it is education and enlightenment of students all over America and all over the world.
Gracie Conrad competed against students from across the country and won the 2022 Discover Award after researching about a woman who saved children during the Holocaust.
I think that I am just more happy that Betty gets recognized because she deserves that recognition for what she did, and she's just an amazing person, and I'm just so beyond happy that I could be the one to tell her story.
25 teachers, including one from Amsterdam, were also a part of the celebration.
What these projects do is they take social studies education and story education from that to a much broader kind of investigation. So students are wrestling with primary sources. They're asking really big questions and trying to find new ways to discover the truth.
You need to take it within yourself to know that anything you do is original, and originality is all we have.
In Fort Scott, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
The Lowell Milken Center will host a special open house tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Creative Learning Alliance in Joplin can look forward to a new exhibit. Liberty Utilities donated $20,000 today to the Alliance to purchase their first manufactured exhibit for their STEAM Center. STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Mathematics. The donation is going to be a sort of giant light bright.
And this is going to be a 93-inch by 56-inch version of that. It's taking up a good chunk of one of our walls. So the kids are going to have an amazing time and be able to play with light and play with color composition and use their hands, use kinetics, so it'll be really fun.
That lab's going to include an Illumination Station and Flexhibit, as they call it. Coming up, with hunting season returning, an expert offers some safety tips. Plus, an old Vernon County jail is up for sale. We'll tell you the price. As hunting season begins for part of the area, preventing accidents is a priority. KOAM's Yana Hautala talked with an expert to get some safety tips.
When you see red, red means dead.
Hunter safety trainers say accidents can happen anywhere, but they can be prevented.
We learn gun handling by watching TV. Basically, as kids, we watch gun handling on TV, and we watch basically how they do it is how people learn how to do it without having a professional instructor or someone like that work with them to create bad habits on their own, and then we have to overcome those bad habits as adults.
Trim says firearm hunters should always have the safety on when not planning to shoot.
I have to make the conscious decision to go from here to the safety to the trigger when I make the decision to shoot.
With the Kansas bow season for deer now underway, a local hunter recommends always using a safety harness when climbing on trees.
It can just happen so fast. You can slip, trip, fall, any of that kind of stuff. It just, you owe it to yourself and to your family to wear a harness anytime you get off the ground when you're hunting. I personally know a person that fell 20 foot and had a severe concussion.
Equipment should always be checked before going hunting.
This thing is leaving this bow at 300 feet per second, give or take. So any little imperfection in your arrow can cause, extreme deviations in how that arrow performs.
Rainwater recommends asking fellow hunters for help anytime it is needed.
Hunters are some of the most gracious, kind people, in the world, and they absolutely love to take people under their wing and help teach them.
In Pittsburgh, Yana Hautala, KOAM News.
You can find more information about hunting season dates for Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma on our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. The old Vernon County Jail in Nevada, Missouri is up for sale. In the early 1900s, it was a post office. Then in the 1950s, it became the Vernon County Jail and was used as a jail until 2009. The building is eligible to be on the National Register of Historic Places.
But as far as the building itself, as we go through it, check it out, you'll see it needs a lot of work. But also, as you walk through it, you'll find out that the structure itself is super, super solid and got a lot of potential. One thing, it's centrally located here in Nevada. It's got great parking. Nevada.
The current asking price is $45,000. America's Churchill Museum in Fulton, Missouri has a new exhibit featuring some artifacts from Queen Elizabeth II. They include a picture of her coronation signed by the Queen and a prayer book signed by her mother. A letter from King Charles III is also part of the exhibit. The museum was founded to commemorate Winston Churchill, who gave his Iron Curtain speech in Fulton. Churchill and the Queen became close after she assumed the throne in 1952 when Churchill was serving his second term as Prime Minister.
We're happy to be able to have this small, modest exhibition featuring some of the items on view to remember the great legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, and also look forward by including a letter we received from King Charles III is also on view. So we're looking back but also looking ahead.
The museum has been preparing the Queen Elizabeth exhibit for quite some time. A little bit later, post-game reaction from the Kansas City Chiefs following their huge Week 1 victory yesterday.
And we had a chilly start to the day, but it warmed up nicely, and I'll be back with a look at your forecast, including some rain chances, so stay with us. Well, folks, near record lows this morning gave rise to some warm temperatures this afternoon under bright sunny skies and low dew points. That's what helped that. And right now outside, you can see a very nice evening shaping up across the region, including down in Indigo Sky Casino and Resort in Seneca, Missouri. Not a cloud in the sky, and it's been wet that way pretty much most of the afternoon. We started out with very cool temperatures this morning, like I said, near record lows across the area. 48 in the Ville, 46 in Yates Center, 49 in Fort Scott, also 49 here in Joplin. A little bit warmer down in Branson and Bentonville, where they stayed in the lower 50s, but a very pleasant morning to say the least. And then this afternoon, warm temperatures under bright sunshine, generally in the mid to upper 80s, 86 in Fredonia, 86 in Chanute. It did stay in the 70s a little bit further to the south in Pineville and Bentonville with a high of 77 degrees. Rangeline Cam looks beautiful out there, not a cloud in the sky. 84 degrees was the high today after starting out at that chilly low of 49, only 3 degrees from the record set back in 1959. And of course, we don't want to be anywhere near that 97 back in 1956. Over the last week or so, we've been seeing an up and down temperature range. Generally, we've had about 8 days above normal so far this month, 3 below normal, and 1 normal day so far. We're going to see some string of above normal days as we head through the forecast, but radar right now is all clear. So we're going to go right on to the allergies, which has been a problem for a while, especially the ragweed and the chenopod. 9.6 today out of 12, 9.4 tomorrow. So a little bit of improvement with the pollen count across our area. Temperatures right now are generally in the low 80s to the east, mid 80s out to the west, like in Neodesha with 86, 86 in Independence, still 78 degrees down in Bella Vista. Dew points though, that's the big story. Check out Chitopa, 39 degree dew point, and it's these low dew points that are allowing temperatures to really drop like a rock overnight into the morning hours, and then in the afternoon, because of the dry air, it heats up very rapidly, and so we're seeing highs in the mid-80s across our area. Let's take a look at right now in Joplin. It's sitting at 82 degrees, and it feels like 80, so it actually feels cooler than the actual temperature, and again, that's because of the dew point of 44 degrees and the humidity of only 26%. Temperatures this morning, or tomorrow morning I should say, are going to be in the mid-50s across the area. Double nickel, a pretty popular number, 55 in Pineville as well as Nevada, around 57, 58 here in Joplin. Then tomorrow we'll see highs in the mid-80s and also some lower 90s as well, especially out towards the west with southerly winds. Then as we go through the forecast into Wednesday morning, we're going to see warmer lows, generally right around 60 degrees, including Joplin with 62 in Chanute and in Parsons. And then as we go through Wednesday afternoon, temperatures once again close to 90 degrees, especially out towards the west, with 94 in Parsons, a little bit cooler off towards the east. All right, let's take a look at the forecast as we go through Thursday morning. Lows in the 60s, once again, upper 50s in a few isolated spots. All right, your 7-day forecast, 91 on Wednesday, 90 on Thursday, 90 on Friday. Yeah, it sounds like a broken record. And then I had to drop it down to 88 for Saturday in honor of the Christian Heady event at Webb City, and then 92 on Sunday and 93 on Monday, Dow. So looks like a summer returns just a little bit.
Yeah, those temperatures pretty consistent
Absolutely.
throughout the week. Thanks, Sam. Yeah. Still ahead, the Pitt State Gorillas cracked the top 25, and the performance of the week goes to the Quapaw Wildcats. Danny Terzer caught up with the team. That's next.
Big news for Pitt State football. The Gorillas have claimed a spot inside the top 25 of this week's AFCA Division II coaches poll. Here's how the rankings shake out. So Pitt State, previously unranked, jumps up to number 16. The Gorillas knocked off Nebraska Kearney last Thursday on the road, 35-28. The only other MIAA school in the top 25 this week is Northwest Missouri, at number 2 in the country. Washburn, Nebraska Kearney, and Missouri Western are all outside the top 25, but they received votes this week. A pair of local athletes also earned conference honors today. Pitt State quarterback Chad Dodson Jr. is named the MIAA Offensive Athlete of the Week. He threw for 301 yards and 4 touchdowns, including that game winner against Nebraska Kearney. And Special Teams Athlete of the Week goes to Missouri Southern's Nick Williams. His 4 punts on Saturday averaged 41.5 yards with a long of 56 yards. The votes are in for the performance of the week, and it goes to the Quapaw Wildcats. They improved to 2-0 on Friday night following a big road victory over Galena, 29-22. This game was a battle all the way through. Tied at 22 with a little over a minute remaining in the game, the Wildcats drove down the field and quarterback Jack Derringer connected with Deacon Schapp for the game-winning touchdown. Now, both of Quapaw's games this year have been very close. They beat Salina 41-40 in their home opener back in August. So the Wildcats certainly know how to finish, and they trust one another to get it done.
That kid can catch anything, so I was pretty confident as soon as I saw him. The linebacker came up and Deacon kind of went around him, and I saw that, and first thing was, that's a touchdown, you know. I trust him, and we have a good combo, and it just worked out perfectly.
These kids have now found a way to win, and they believe in themselves. They knew that, you know, we were going to win, so we just kind of got out there and believed in what we had been doing offensively.
Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City offense made a statement in Week 1, dominating the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale 44-21. We knew coming in that the Chiefs plan to get a lot of different guys involved offensively this season, and that's exactly what they did on Sunday. 9 players caught a pass in the game, and Mahomes was lights out. He threw 5 touchdown passes, and the Chiefs converted all 6 of their red zone opportunities into touchdowns.
Guys were just ready to go. They're excited to get out there and show what we had. We've kind of the whole offseason, everybody's asked us the questions of what this offense, what this team's going to look like. And we've always believed that we were going to go out there and put on a show, and I thought guys did that. I think guys are smart. They kind of break off their routes. I mean, if you see sometimes we have guys kind of all in the same area, it's because everybody sees the blitz and is trying to get there faster. So it's we have a lot of smart guys in this offense and know how to get themselves open quickly versus the blitz, and they're able to recognize his coverages. So whenever you have smart guys that are athletic as well, it makes it hard for the defense to kind of account for.
Big softball matchup to start the week. The Neosho Wildcats travel to McDonald County this afternoon to take on the Mustangs. McDonald County is 6-2 entering the day, while Neosho is 6-3. Both teams aiming to bounce back from a loss. The Wildcats come out on top 3-1, and we'll have those highlights right here at 10.
How about those Chiefs?
We love to see it, right? I'm sure you were watching
intently.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And as lopsided as that score was, Chiefs actually won, I think, by more than the score indicates.
Yeah, looking really good. Offense and defense, right?
All the way around. We'll be right back. Take time now to honor a veteran of the Vietnam War. Franklin Porter served in the U.S. Army from 1959 to 1964. He received a Purple Heart after he was killed in action. And we are proud to salute Sergeant Franklin Porter, our 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Illinois is going to be the first state in the nation to end cash bail starting next year. This means people charged with crimes like robbery, arson, even kidnapping will be released essentially with just a promise to show up for trial. Plus, how some states are taking new steps to prevent forest fires. We'll also see continuing respect for Queen Elizabeth II. All that coming up on KOAM News at 9, Fox 14. The Joplin Police Department received a warm donation today. Women with the Park Plaza Christian Church Sewing and Craft Group donated around 60 handmade quilts and afghans. The donations will be kept in police cars and will also be used to keep kids warm and comfortable when the need arises. Nice idea.
They could have used those this morning.
It was chilly
It
overnight.
was a little bit chilly. We had lows in the 40s in some places, but that's going to go away. Instead, we're going to see warmer weather return with highs near 90 and lows in the 60s, even 70s as we approach next week. And yes, there is a chance of storms, but we're going to have to wait and see exactly how that pans out. One model saying, nope, it's going to be dry all the way through, but I'm going to go with this one and say a chance of rain.
Quick sports note.
The Quapaw Wildcats are finding ways to win. They're 2-0 heading into this week's matchup.
Congratulations to them. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.